welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the T's in my lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All righty. What's going on? Give me a second here. I am just trying to send this thing to print so I can do this while I introduce what we're doing today. Welcome. Oh, that looks good. Okay, awesome. If you hear any noise, it's fine. It's just working on some stuff because I am trying to be as productive as possible. What? Okay. It's not plugged it in, but did I turn it on? Okay, I'll have to figure that out. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on, like getting this printer to work. I was working before. I don't know. I think I had to press a button or something now. So working on random projects for things here in my shed. I got a few things I want to work on. I completed the stuff I was working on last week, so that's good. So that kind of frees me up. I'm just waiting to hear back from them to see how they wanted the boxes to look. And so I'm going to ship that out, hopefully. Hopefully I'll hear from them soon. And so I'm going to be working on some other things like clearing out. Because anytime I have like some work to do, it gets kind of like clutterly, whatever. And so I'm going to be like putting some boxes into recycling after I, crush them down and stuff. And just kind of like move things around. So I want to set up like a new machine hopefully today as well, because there's my next project is going to utilize it, I think. So it should be pretty cool. Well, a couple of equipment. So yeah, I think I might be able to put one of them over there. I got to clear out some room there, or maybe on the desk here. I don't know. Sorry. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on such projects. Now, untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. And within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on, trying to make some progress. Break sessions are these where I'll pop up on the video to remind you to take a break. You can get up, walk around, drink some water, and or sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. Either way, let your mind not think about the thing you're just working on and kind of like give it a chance to relax. Now, like I mentioned, I'll pop up on the screen to remind you to take a break. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. That's because browsers don't allow for autoplay with video and audio. So that's why the video may look like it's frozen, and that's why I have the notice below it saying you may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is the open closed caption button. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click that button, a space will open up, and hopefully the words I'm saying will be transcribed accurately and placed in that space. All right. Then there's 2 buttons. Don't worry about them. They're broken. I'll fix them at some point. Then there's the what is there? Oh, there's a countdown timer. Count when the next work session will start. And then if you'd like to join the room to chat or ask questions, you can do that with like the join the room link there. Cool. Whew, I'm tired. All right. So let's talk about the work session. Now, the work session will look something similar to this. All right. So in the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left is an audio player. So if you want to listen to some tunes while you're working on what you're working on, you can do that there. Here towards the center is the to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button, and it'll add it to the list of tasks here. If you want to edit the task, you can click the text. If you want to delete it, click the X button. Or if you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. Now then send it to the done section. And if you click that header done, it will list out all the things you got completed with little check marks next to them. And if you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter in a brand new tab or window, and it will pre-populate a tweet listing out all the things you got completed, like little green check marks. Like that. For me, it's like a nice visual way of showing, like, I got some stuff done going into the week, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? At least I was productive at least one day. On the right-hand side in the column, we have the top is a countdown timer. Count on when the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you don't have a particular thing you want to work on, but you still kind of want to feel productive, and you heard web development sounds good, but you don't know really where to start, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through those programs, I think at the end, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Okay, and highlight, don't worry about it, this thing is broken. All right, so Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on what you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is like a room that you can then invite people to join the room. And the goal is that together as a collective, you'll be able to come up with a solution and or feedback on a thing that you're working on. So if you click View Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they're logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether or not you'd like to request to join the room. I also added this filter by keyword list. So if there's a specific subject or topic that you're looking for, maybe it's in the keyword list, and you can be able to narrow down and filter the different Hakos to those subjects. When you click Create a Hako, it presents you with this form. You put in a title and 3 keywords. You click Create. It'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join your Hako, it looks like this. Got the title here at the top. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave with the leave button. Open the menu for some more options. We have a text chat here to the right. On the left is a countdown timer. Count on when the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. You can copy the URL again, and you can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room. So they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they're logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether or not you like to have them enter your Hako. So you can approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them and kick them out your room. All right. Now, the way you communicate, now you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. Because again, the point of the Hako is where you get the help and or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And so I think by being able to share your screen, you'll be able to provide the context for other people in the Hako, what it is that you're going through, because they can see what you're seeing. And so that way they'll be able to help you out with that a little bit quicker, I think. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako, like I mentioned, there's a text chat here to the right. You put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, and it'll add to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled. They'll still be able to follow along because messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. Now, let's say you want to do the opposite. You want to enable text-to-speech. Well, I have that here. So if you enable that and you're not looking at the Hako or the text chat, you'll still be able to follow along because messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser, and so that you can still kind of follow along. All right. Then again, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created, and that is it. Nice. All right. So let me get y'all back to work so I can get back to work. I think I just need to press a button on this thing, because there's no switch on it that I remember. That's why I plugged it out. It's just using up power. I don't know. So I'm going to figure that out. And so let me get y'all back. Wait, did this make noise? No, something else made noise. All right. So let me get y'all back to work. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is one of my favorite producers of all time. It goes by the name of Nujabes. It's featuring an artist that goes by the name of Pani B. It's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you like 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. And yeah. Good luck. Be safe. All right. Nujabes featuring Pani B. Thank you. Thanks again for hanging out. Y'all be easy. And peace.
But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock.